Today marks the start of the fight back against our common enemy, coronavirus, and while today is a day to celebrate, there is much work to be done.
I signed a petition on the official government website a couple of weeks ago, and I will link it below. But this is what the petition states: prevent any restrictions on those who refuse a COVID-19 vaccination. I want the government to prevent any restrictions being placed on those who refuse any potential COVID-19 vaccine. This includes restrictions on travel, social events such as concerts or sports. No restrictions whatsoever. You cannot force someone to have a vaccination and should not be able to coerce them into it by way of restrictions. We have the right to assess the risk for ourselves, as we have done in the past. Personally, I don't think these requests should be classed as controversial. Does anyone else? If not, please make sure that you sign this once the video is done. Now, because I requested updates on this petition, I received an email this morning with a link to Parliament TV. Here are a few clips of the link sent through.
Grateful to ask the Secretary of State to update the House on the COVID-19 vaccination programme.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, at 6:31 this morning, 90-year-old Margaret Keenan from Enniskillen, who lives in Coventry, became the first person in the world to receive a clinically authorised vaccine for COVID-19. This marks the start of the NHS's Herculean task to deploy vaccine right across the UK.
Deployed right across the UK, trying to give us the guilt trip saying, look, a 90-year-old can do it, why can't you, wussies? That's what that tells me. That still hasn't answered our question. What happens if we refuse?
The first 800,000 doses of the PFIZER BIONTECH vaccine are already here in locations around the UK, and the next consignment is scheduled to arrive next week. This week we will vaccinate from hospitals across the UK. From next week we'll expand deployment to start vaccinations by GPs, and we'll vaccinate in care homes by Christmas.
Well, as a carer, you better bloody make your mind up whether you're going to force it upon us, because I need to know. If these restrictions mean I can't work, it means that I can't work. I'm not having this jab.
Months of trials involving thousands of people have shown that this vaccine works and is safe, and by coming forward, you're taking the best possible step to protect yourself, your loved ones, and protect the NHS.
Vaccines take years to develop, not months, you plank. And as you bang on about how safe it is, in the government's own publishment on this PFIZER BioNTech vax, it states, paediatric population, the safety and efficiency of the COVID mRNA vaccine in children under 16 years of age has not yet been established. It also states, as with any vaccination with COVID mRNA vaccine may not protect all vaccine recipients. No data are available on the use of COVID-19 mRNA vaccine in persons that have previously received a full or partial vaccine series with another COVID-19 vaccine, because RNA has never been used in humans before. The most frequent adverse reactions in participants 16 years of age and older were pain in the injection site, under 80%, fatigue, under 60%, and headache, under 50%, and so on and so on. There were no meaningful clinical differences in the overall vaccine's efficiency in participants who were at risk of severe COVID-19 disease, including those with one or more comorbidities that increase the risk of severe COVID-19 disease. So if you're ill already, it doesn't do you no good, but they're telling you it's safe. Preclinical safety data, non-clinical data reveal no special hazard for humans based on the conventional study of repeat dose toxicity. Animal studies into potential toxicity to reproduction and development have not been completed. And then it goes, fertility. It is unknown whether COVID-19 mRNA vaccine has any impact on fertility. Well, I hate to say it, but it could be a way of population control. And these vaccines are RNA vaccines, never before okayed in humans. So without no long-term safety data, and the fact that these are RNA jabs, have no previous data, how can they be telling us that this is safe? In fact, the main words throughout this document is little to no data. Can anyone explain? I will link this document in. So still we haven't got an answer to our question, and it seems that this Parliament TV thing is trying to tell us that the vaccine is safe and promoting it. Well, I do my reading and I still don't want this vaccine. There was another bit, a bit further on, that may affect some people, because you know, we've all got to think how they do and go along with the narrative. Listen to this bit.
And finally, can I ask him what the plans are to tackle anti-vax harm online? I've literally just been sent a WhatsApp video claiming this is all a global plot to change our DNA. We know harmful content circulates on Facebook and other platforms. This is garbage. How can we...
Our honourable member for the front bench opposite also raised this point and I didn't answer it, so I shall now. Countering disinformation is incredibly important. That is best done with positive information and explaining objectively why the vaccine is safe and how it's safe. I think the thing that we can all do in this House is positively talk about the benefits of the vaccine for keeping you safe and keeping your community safe. I would pay tribute to all those so far who've been willing to come forward and talk in public, and thank those who've had the vaccine already since 6:30 this morning and been willing to tell their story publicly to help others to have the confidence to do the right thing.
So how is this an update on the petition? If you ask me, it looks like they're just trying to promote the vaccine, trying to make people not scared of it, but not give them the full story. Now, these are my opinions. At the end of the day, it's up to you what you want to do with your body. But there is information out there. Read it for yourself. It's all linked in the description below. So many more people have woken up since the second lockdown. So now you've really got to be asking the question, why all this lockdown in proportion with the disease that we've got? I don't deny there's a virus, but these lockdowns and the draconian measures are so out of proportion. Please remember to sign the petition in the description. There's plenty of time. And they should be having a live debate response to this because it's already past the 100,000 mark. In this crazy world, we can't rely on the mad scientists. We can't rely on the corrupt politicians. If we help to make sure that there's a proper future for everybody, it's us, the real people of the country. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. As always, thank you for watching. The question still remains, what if we refuse?